And then the risks, so these are vicarious trauma risks to us. The feelings of helplessness, so we've mentioned that. Often then that can lead us into stepping into rescuer role and overstepping our boundaries. Feeling of anger and despair, sometimes them against us. And I see this a lot in organisations actually that work with trauma, that there can be this splitting and people can be scapegoated. We are special and the only ones that can help, so that ties again into that responsibility absorbing. Feeling overwhelmed, useless and unskilled, so that could be through the counter-transference or transference of the client saying, well, no one can help me, and we feel that. Feeling the world is no longer safe. So I had a supervisee who was working, she had a particularly difficult session with a domestic violence client, and she came out and got into her car and suddenly felt really unsafe and locked all the doors, so we can carry that. It takes a lot of energy to do this type of work, so it's going to deplete our energy. How do we rebuild our energy? And then the mental pictures of related to the stories that we're hearing that might come in our dreams or through the day, or intrusive thoughts. I used to cycle a lot around London, and sometimes after a heavy trauma day I'd just have these images of a truck knocking me off my bike. And so these sort of images, I remember speaking to a colleague and we were on the 3rd floor of a building and he just saw something drop down past the window, and in his mind he saw a person, but it wasn't. But we kind of start to have these images. And actually as a team of therapists, if we're working with trauma in an organisation, it's really important that we start to have those conversations and normalise that. Feeling jumpy, on edge and unorganised, so we can take on that hyper alert. And then watching out for colleagues that signs of this might be people that are overworking, changes to smoking or drinking or eating habits. Our sleep is often the first thing that can be impacted, and we can have niggling physical complaints. And we know that stress and trauma have a huge impact on our physiology, so digestive problems, irritable bowel syndrome, stomach ulcers, headache, migraines, blood pressure, palpitations, tension, all of those kinds of things can be related, but sometimes we're not relating them to the work that we're doing.